We're now at about 10,500 feet in the heart of the subalpine zone. The subalpine zone runs from about 9,500 feet at its lower bound up to timberline at about 11,500 feet through much of Colorado. That lower bound is a little bit iffy. Many of the same species, particularly the lodgepole pine, are found both in the upper part of the upper montane and the lower part of the subalpine. But here, at our elevation, we're in the heart of the subalpine zone. And we see behind me two of the real characteristic tree species that give us the forests in the height of Colorado's mountains. Those are Engelmann spruce and subalpine fir. And if you look behind me here, you can see that they have one really close thing in common, and that is a very, very sharply peaked profile. You can think of these as the Charlie Brown Christmas trees of the Colorado mountains. They don't have a lot of very lush foliage. The sparse branches they have help to shed snow from accumulating and breaking off their branches. These two trees grow pretty close together. We often call this a spruce fir forest because it's a mix of spruces and firs. Now, when I call it a spruce fir forest, don't think that a spruce fir is a kind of fir. But if we take a little bit of a closer look, we can actually see that there's a difference between these two kinds of trees. The Engelmann spruce tends to have very pointy needles. A useful mnemonic for this is square, spiky spruce. The needles, though you probably can't see that closely, are square in cross-section. And if I grab it, I'm actually getting subtly pricked right now. Contrast the square, spiky spruce to a flat, friendly fir. The fir branch looks a little bit like the Douglas fir that we saw at lower elevation. And like the Douglas fir, it has flat needles. I can grab onto this and it's not going to hurt me. However, in practice, these two trees are growing in pretty close proximity to one another, all through this forest. You'll also notice that these forests have been hit pretty hard by beetle kill as well. Off on this other side, we see a number of dead trees. Much like the lodgepole pine, pine and spruce beetles have ended up killing a lot of this timber, and it's now dead where it stands.